This is your Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market update for December of 2022. So we recently got back the data from November, and so we can see the changes that have happened over the last month to the real estate market here in North Texas. Now, the first thing I'll take a look at and show you is that the average sales price has decreased yet again by around 1.5%. We decreased from October at $371,900 as an average sales price to $365,000. Now, that's not nearly as big of a decrease as we were seeing in those June to July to August to September months. However, it still is a small decrease at about 1.5%, about 1.8%. And so it is something to keep in mind. The real estate market is still fluctuating right now. We're still seeing a correction. And if you are selling your home, this is something you're going to need to consider when pricing your home. Most buyers are noticing a lot of homes decreasing in price on Zillow, Realtor.com, or whatever other real estate website they're using. And so if you're not pricing your home properly and predicting potential future decreases in sales price, you may miss the market and miss out on those buyers that are shopping right now. Now, we also did see a slight increase in the average days on market by about 3 days. 23 days in October to 26 days in November. Keep in mind, that is still a seller's market. We're not in a buyer's market. One of the reasons it may feel like a buyer's market is because when you contrast 26 days with the 7 or 6 days on market we had at the start of this year, we're seeing about a 4 times increase in the amount of time it takes for a home to sell. And that kind of makes it feel like a buyer's market, even though statistically speaking, we still are in a seller's market. And I'll show you that right now. The reason I can so confidently say we are in a seller's market is by looking at the month's supply of inventory. When you look at the month's supply of inventory, or the amount of homes we have on the market that will sustain itself without any future homes coming to market, for example, 2.8 months supply, which we have right now, that means that if 2.8 months go by and no other homes come to market, there will be 0 homes for sale. When this number gets into that 5-6 month range, we are in a buyer's market. Below that, we're in a seller's market. And you can see at the start of this year, we had about a 1 month supply, but we've increased substantially since then to 2.9 months in October, but then leveled off a little bit in November to 2.8 months. So do keep in mind, per the data, we still are in that seller's market, and you should be aware that sellers do still have the advantage because of low inventory. However, we're not in such an extreme seller's market like we saw at the start of this year or last year, where sellers weren't having to really do anything. Title policy was being paid by buyers, appraisals were being waived, you were getting over list price, multiple offers, no inspections. We're not seeing that anymore because it's a more normal or balanced seller's market, if that makes sense. Now, we did also see a slight decrease of homes on the market by about 2,000 homes. In October, we had 29,100 homes for sale. In November, we dropped down to 27,900 homes for sale. And that's part of why we saw that month's supply decrease as well. Now, this may be one of the most significant data points to look at if you're looking to list your home for sale. The percent average that homes are selling of list price. Because if you look at this graph and see this massive drop off, we see at the peak in April, May, homes were selling for 3% over list price on average, which is just insane. But right now, what we're seeing is homes actually selling for 3.7% below list price. What that has caused is about almost a 7% swing from 103% to 96%. And that makes it feel like homes are significantly decreasing in value, when in reality, we're just kind of balancing everything out. And we were such in an extreme market ahead of time that where we're at right now, even though it's more normal, more like it was in 2018, 2019, it feels like maybe it's more extreme than it actually is. And that was about a 1% decrease from October to November. And so do be aware, if you're selling your home, if you're putting it on the market, you have to price it aggressively, because otherwise you're going to end up just continually dropping the price until you find some of those buyers. It's better off to kind of undercut the market a little bit if you need to sell than pricing it right in line with the market or even above market value, because you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities for buyers to walk your home and potentially get you an offer. Now, when we look at the luxury market here in DFW, on average, we're seeing even more decreases, especially when you look at how much people are getting as a percent of their list price. 94.9%, just over 5% less than what people are asking for their homes is what they're ending up getting on their offers. Month's supply of luxury homes is actually down since July at about 5.7 months of inventory, meaning the luxury market is in a buyer's market right now. You don't necessarily have the advantage as a seller. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or shoot me an email.